Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Kid if you prefer. So I'm back with a follow-up video on the GoFundMe run by Jamie Marchi. Okay, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. So good news is, as it's already been demonstrated thus far, Jamie Marchi does not have any access to the funds, and it has been dug into even more thoroughly. Supergirl, I am Supergirl on Twitter, found an audit which the Umbrella guy did make a video about. I'm going to post a link to my Twitter thread again, Umbrella's video. So, as we already discussed, because Chris Matthews again reached out to GoFundMe on Twitter, yes, and I have this blown up to a ridiculous degree, so you guys can see this. Don't worry, Jamie doesn't have access to the funds. It goes directly to the charity itself. But the question is whether the charity is even still running, which it technically is. It's still active, even though it's been dormant for 3 to 4, possibly 5 months, and then suddenly became active again. Jamie should at least research contact the charity beforehand. I doubt she did. She only cares about taking advantage. And that is true, which I'll give my thoughts after I go into a little bit more on this thing. Again, I'm going to show you this Twitter status. Hey, Christine, to clarify, certified charity programs on GoFundMe are certified to benefit a nonprofit. So all the donations are directly sent to the charity, National Organization of Sisters of Color Ending Sexual Assault. In this case, the campaign organizer, Jamie Lynn, can't have access to the funds raised. However, feel free to report the campaign to our Trust and Safety team. Just go to the bottom of the campaign and click the Report Campaign button. Then at the bottom of the following page, click the Report Campaign button to file a complaint, which I will say this, because this campaign is legitimate. I know I said it before because at the time we didn't have enough information and it looked sketchy as all hell. If you guys are still reporting the GoFundMe, don't. It is a legitimate campaign at this point, as SCESA is a actual charity organization. However, though, I will encourage you not to donate it to that campaign any further, and not because of anything that Jamie Marchi is doing, even though this is a very, very bad PR stunt, and I'm about ready to go and why. So you have another individual named Allie, which I am blocked, but she did demonstrate that you were able to donate, as all the donation buttons on the website are up and running. This website has 4 to 5. 2 of them use PayPal, which you can see right here. This is the PayPal integrated donation button. And this was before PayPal Me, where you were able to put buttons. PayPal allowed you to put like buttons on your own website. It still does. And then this is the website's own payment processor and things like that. So, Supergirl went and found something interesting. I am Supergirl. So, I took snapshots of it, and I'll show you the Twitter status of what she's talking about. She says, oops, it is an audit of SCESA, and they were granted $2.3 million. And this is when I'm going to tell you guys to stop donating. And this is why this has turned into a huge PR stunt. So I went and took snapshots. Now, somebody else covered this. It's the Umbrella guy. There's actually 2 people. It's SG Sammy and then the Umbrella guy. But anyway, I found the PDF and I took 2 snapshots here. I'm going to look at them. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm going to pull this up again. Sorry, I want you guys to really see this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so anyway, this little snapshot right here, the zoom in button. This is going to be on page 5 of that PDF, and I'm going to read the highlighted part. Feel free to go through the PDF itself. The accounting firm allows SCESA to use its office space for meetings and other activities, as SCESA does not own or lease any office space. So there's a P.O. box, which is pretty much a locked box at a post office. That's all that is. But this charity doesn't have any actual physical offices. As communicated electronically through email or by telephone with other staff as needed. Yes, because we saw how effective that was. I can get out of here now. Okay, And then the other piece I want you guys to see, because this is very important, this is why a lot of us are calling this sketchy. And this is, I believe this is after page 6. Additionally, SCESA management commingled credit card expenditure transactions for different purposes into a single journal entries that were not specific to the award-winning source and cannot be separated with any certainty and independently verified. So what that's pretty much saying is with SCESA, they got awarded $2.3 million to actually progress the charity and meet their goals. But what they did is they combined other costs, other transactions with what they did with the reward money. That's what I understand of it, and there is more. So, let's see. As a result, SCESA could not ensure accurate, current, and complete reporting of the financial results of each federally sponsored project, nor could it accurately demonstrate how all funds were spent, causing us to reasonably conclude that its financial system was unreliable. So because they not only took the $2.3 million and whatever transactions they did with that, they combined other transactions that had nothing to do with the reward money and put them all into a single journal entry, transaction record, if you will. And so when the audit came to see what they were doing with that $2.3 million, because they had combined all their transactions, both reward money and their own money, into one separate thing, they couldn't tell where the money went or what funds went where. So that's really sketchy as all hell. Let's continue. Could it demonstrate how all the funds were spent, causing us to reasonably conclude that its financial system was unreliable? I already read that. We found SCESA's financial system limited its reporting by fiscal year and therefore did not classify cumulative expenditures within specifically approved award budget categories as required. So they were supposed to spend the reward money or this grant on specified stuff, or supposed to go to specified projects or things. And once again, because they combined all the transactions into one, nobody could tell where that money went. SCESA management requested drawdowns without relying on written procedures and maintenance of verifiable supporting documentation. So they had no documentation of where these funds went. Again, their records were shit. For all the transactions we tested, we found that SCESA was unable to provide financial records that were consistently supported by source documentation. Again, no documentation as to where the money went, as required by the award. So what that's pretty much saying is with a $2.3 million grant, they were supposed to keep documentation of where all the money went, like what they were spending the money on, because there were certain requirements for them to spend the money on, how to spend the money, because it was a grant they were given. Therefore, we could not rely on the records that SCESA provided us. So that is a big red flag right there, that when they got audited, this organization could not provide verifiable documentation. The audit, OVW could not even trust their own documents. So when it comes to this whole campaign, as I said, the campaign on GoFundMe itself is legitimate, but the organization is way too sketchy. So, in a sense, Jamie Marchi is not scamming anybody. She clearly did not do her research. This is a bad PR stunt and was from the get-go. Now, the only reason why that there's speculation that she was trying to use that GoFundMe money for legal fees, because both her and Jesse Pridmore threw out GoFundMes with the exact same amount. So it looked really sketchy at first, and that's where the speculation went around. So thankfully, a lot of us, Supergirl, myself, Chris Matthews, the Umbrella Guy, a lot of other people dug into this, so we did get to the bottom of this. And there's going to be even a little bit more digging into the audit itself. I know the Umbrella Guy is going to look at it more, because my point was to prove or get to the bottom whether or not Jamie Marchi was actually scamming people, and no, she is not scamming anybody. Now, I will say that she, and you guys can get mad or whatever, but she was pretty damn stupid because with the PR stunt, she wanted to make herself look better than the way that she was acting. So I think she went for the first people of color sexual assault organization that she found. Which in my opinion is really dumb, because before you even run anything for a charity, you need to make sure they're verifiable. You need to make sure that they have a good reputation with the people, that they actually handle their money well. Need to make sure that, you know, they actually do what they promise and there's documentation and record of it. So yeah, this was a PR stunt that horribly backfired. And it was never my intention to sabotage the GoFundMe. It was actually no one's intention to sabotage the GoFundMe. It just looked really weird that Jamie and Jesse threw one up at the same time, same exact amounts. And so I was like, are you guys trying to scam people? So, as I said, in conclusion, Jamie's not the one running a scam. She's not doing anything fraudulent with the GoFundMe. She doesn't have access to the money. The Sisters of Color against sexual assault or ending sexual assault is legitimate by GoFundMe standards. However, the organization itself, yeah, I don't even know what to do about that end, because they're not in my state. The P.O. box is in Connecticut, and then the director or founder or whatever is in Florida, a practicing counselor in Florida. So you got me. But yeah, in conclusion, Jamie's not scamming anybody. Would I recommend reporting the GoFundMe? No. Would I recommend donating to the GoFundMe? No. At this point, I would just leave it alone, let it die in obscurity. That's all I'm gonna say. No, I just don't. We've gotten to the bottom of it. Like I said, the Umbrella guy, a few others are gonna dig into the audit. I have the PDF myself, so I might look at it a little bit more. But yeah, so there you go. If anybody actually knows how to deal with this sort of thing, not on Jamie's end. Jamie's, we've already covered that. It's over. It's done with. Goodbye. But if anybody knows any more on how to deal with this particular thing, hit me up, or the Umbrella guy. His voice is much bigger than mine. But with that being said, hopefully this clears the air, at least on Jamie's part. Jamie does not have anything to do with the actual charity. It's just something she drew out of a hat to make herself look good, which was a shit move. Anyway, you guys have a nice day, and I will see you guys in the next one.